Hello, friends, and thank you for tuning in to ACTS Breaking News. I am Bbyc. Let's get into the breaking news this morning. A man from Nazareth recently caused a stir after he was arrested and had a brief stint in the grave. He was then seen with his friends and ascended into the clouds. We'll keep you posted if he returns. In some local election results, it appears Matthias has gained enough votes to declare victory over Bbyc, although he refused to concede, saying justice was not served. A local church recently flooded the riverbanks when they baptized 3,000 new converts in one day. One of the representatives said the event was a real slam dunk. Next, some news that will make you want to leap for joy. The lame man who sat by the beautiful gate received more than he asked for when his legs were miraculously healed and he was able to walk home on his own. The weather report today is brought to you by Pentecost, a fiery new fragrance so powerful the world will have no trouble understanding you smell good. Wendy, what's the weather look like out there?
Thanks, Barney. It's a beautiful day out here. It's slightly cloudy with just a bit of snow. Hold onto your hats this afternoon as the chance increases for a mighty rushing wind. Back to you, Barney.
Thank you, Wendy. Now for our feature story. Two of our investigative reporters have been looking into a couple of stories that speak to the wonderful works of God.
Thank you, Barney. Recently, there has been a lot of buzz around town. People have been speaking of the wonderful works of God. We decided to look into it and see what the buzz is about.
We met a family who spoke to us about the difficulties they faced shortly after the birth of their firstborn child, Emmeline.
She went from being like a normal baby to crying all the time. And the doctor said that her seizures were like she had static electricity in her brain, and that with those going on, she could never learn or develop or, grow like normally.
The mother, Melanie, described for us how difficult this time was for them.
When I found out that she had infantile spasms, that's the kind of seizures she had, I looked it up online, and then I knew she was going to die. I had read that children that have that, 80% of them die by the time they're 7. So I just thought, this is it. She's going to die by the time she's 7.
Their story did not turn out quite as they expected. It has been 12 years since then. They spoke to us about how God has wonderfully helped them see his working. We even got to speak with Emmeline.
The Lord has just shown himself so powerful and consistent and true to his word with just building our faith and our trust in the Lord through this trial. I really believe it brought us as a family, Melanie and I, at the time it was just us and Emmeline. It brought us closer together. I really believe it brought our church family together, and my extended family, just because when you're going through something like that and you're in prayer together, I think just brings us closer together. And the Lord has just showed himself faithful through it, and it just really made us take the knowledge of knowing that we have to trust the Lord in everything, and it made us do it and have to do it every day.
Has anyone ever told you resemble Wendy, the weather woman?
Yeah, some people think I'm her, but I don't think so.
What are some difficulties you face because of your stroke?
Frustration with cooking and using my right hand.
How has God wonderfully taken these difficulties and turned them for good?
Skiing with my right hand and seeing people like therapists and doctors.
What a wonderful story. That's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. Bbyc signing out for ACTS Breaking News.